I have a confession to make. Tadaan! Pero hindi ko talaga confession. Confession of two fathers I met before. I was serving at church one day. By the way, you may wonder why I'm wearing mask. It's because I lost my front teeth and I'm still waiting for the one who will fix my ngipin na titanium daw. Ewan ko lang kung kaya niyang gawa ng paraan at kaya niyang bayaran. But anyways, I was serving at church a long time ago. And then I went there because under renovation yung church. Pagdating ko lang, may sumunod na tao. Somebody's following me. He followed me. And he grabbed me from behind. Father. Gusto sabihin na, I'm not a priest. But nagpilit yung tao. Father, please hear my confession. I have a confession to make. And I said, I said, Father, I know you're not ready because tanghaling tapat. And probably the confession room is not yet ready. But please hear my confession. Sabi ko, sige na nga. Okay. What's your confession? We sat down in one corner and then go na ang confession time. Sabi ko sa kanya, Iho, masok ka sa confession room. Joke lang. And nag-confess nga yung tao. And then, what he shared to me, shock to the heart. It shocks my heart. Ask me why? Why? It's because yung ni-reveal niya, kinonfess niya is ito. Sabi niya, Father, I have sinned. Anong kasalanan mo, Iho? Sabi niya, Father, yung anak ko, nabugbog ko. Ha? Parang mo nabugbog? Una, hinampas ko. Saan mo hinampas? Sa hita. Pagkatapos, ano hinampas ko. Saan? Sa puwet. Pagkatapos, stop na hindi, hinampas ko sa likod. Pagkatapos, saan pa? Sa ulo. Anong ginamit mo? Yung una, payong. Yung pangalawa, paypay. Yung pangatlo, unan. Ano yung pang-apat? Sabi niya, Father, di ko na matandaan talaga, pero parang ang hinampas ko sa niya, yung palad ko na, yung kamay ko na eh. Sabi ko, bro, you've hurt your child. Sabi ko, ilang taon yung anak mo? Father, he is 8 years old. 8? Hinampas mo, binugbog mo. 8 taon. Sabi ko, ano bang kasalanan ng anak mo? What's his mistake? What happened? Sabi niya, Father, napuno lang ako because my son is not studying well. Yung grades niya mababa. Yung grade niya sa social studies is very low. Yung grade niya sa math, 90, mga ganun, mga 90, 91. Pero yung social studies, my goodness, ang baba, Father. Kaya nahampas ko siya. Sabi niya, Father, help me understand. Tulungan mo ako. So I explained to him. Actually, may follow-up pa siya. Father, tell me what to do. At sinabi ko sa kanya, I have a question. Nung pinalo mo at hinampas mo at binugbog mo yung anak mo, what's the reason? Sabi niya, dahil ayaw mag-aral eh. Baba ng grade sa social studies. Sa math, ang taas. Social studies, ang baba. Sabi ko, is it true? Na dahil ayaw niya mag-aral? Sabi niya, actually, Father, galit ako eh. I told him straight, never hurt your child if you are angry. Huwag mong paluin, huwag mong saktan, huwag mong disiplinahin ang anak mo. Any of your kids, if you are angry. Sumagot ba naman? Father, bakit? Simple. Baka ma-carried away ka sa anger mo. Marami dyan nauwi sa kulungan, dahil sa kahampas, nakalimot na, dahil carried away sa galit niya, sa anger niya. Bug, hampas na ng hampas, and then the child bleeds, and then yung nga, nag-bleed yung child, nasaktan yung anak, dinala sa ospital, yung tatay, dinala sa bilangguan. You know what I mean, right? I hope this serves as a lesson also to any of you, or you may share this message to other people. Never discipline, never hurt, huwag mong paluin yung anak mo if you're angry. Okay? And then sabi ng tao, Father, tulungan mo ulit ako. Ano naman? May isa pa akong confession, Father. So anong confession yan? Father, yung isang anak ko, ano nangyari? Lalaki babae, sabi na lalaki din. Anong ginawa mo? Hinampas ko ulit. Saan? Sa mukha. Anong ginamit mo? Yung kutsara. Yung kutsara pa. Ano pa? Ano nangyari? Hinampas ko, Father. Nung pinggan. Paper plate. Bakit mo hinampas ng paper plate? Buti na lang paper plate. Bakit? Why? Father, ayaw kumain eh. Ano bang ulam nyo? Lechon paksiw. Sarap nun ah. Lechon paksiw, pero hindi ako makain ng pork ha. And then sabi niya, yun na Father, sarap ng ulam, pero ayaw kumain, anak ko yun, naggalit ako eh. Dahil ayaw niyang kumain, hinampas mo, or ginampas mo siya, o pinalo mo siya dahil galit ka. Sabi niya, Father, Sa galit ko, nahampas ko sa mukha. Kasi gusto ko kumain siya eh. Mapili. Lechon paksiw na nga eh. And I told the guy, was it because of your anger or because you wanted the child to eat? Sabi niya, una, gusto kong kumain siya, pero nagalit ako kasi mapili eh. Yun na nga lang ang ulam. And I told the guy, straight, nung kumain na siya, kumain ba? Sabi niya, yes, father. Nung kumain na, was he crying? Sabi niya, yes, father. So hindi siya nasarapan dun sa kinain niya. Do you think it will make him healthy? Sabi niya, hindi, father. Do you think nagustuhan niya yung pagkain? Hindi, father. So kumain lang yung bata dahil napilitan at dahil sa takot sa'yo. Well, are there any other ways for you to make the child eat that lechon paksiw and the rest of the food? Sabi niya, father, pero meron, father, pero galit ako eh. Kasi laging ganun yun eh. Mga batang yun, isa yung grado yun, isa yung papili sa pagkain. What will I do, father? Again, I told him, alam mo, bro, yung mga anak kasi natin, iba mundo niyan eh. They have a different world, we have a different world as adults. They have a different point of view, we have a different point of view. O, kung sa'yo, you're watching this video now, okay? Hands up, or fingers up, okay? Here. Okay? Your fingers up, okay? Turn it clockwise, and then lower it to your belly button. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh. Aba na clockwise, tingnan mo yung kamay mo, to your belly button. Oh, clockwise pa ba? Hindi na. Let me explain. Here, clockwise pa. Habang bumaba, nagbabago. Why? Because of the point of view. This is how you look at it. This is how you look at it. Nagbabago yan. This is the view of the parents. This is the view of the children. If you keep hurting your kid because ayaw kumain, ayaw mag-aral na maayos, maraming paraan eh. I'll teach you later. If you keep hurting your child, ito pa yung tingin nila sa'yo ngayon. Sa panakit mo, the frequency of you hurting them, chances are, baka bumaba yung tingin ng anak mo sa'yo. They will, I don't know what to say. Baka mawalan sila ng respeto sa'yo because of your treatment for them na lagi kang nananakit. Now, if your child is not studying well, is not doing well with some subjects, ito. Example, yung anak mo, math, galing sa math, ask him, anak, what is your strategy in studying math that gives you good grades? And then, after your child gives you the strategy, bakit naging ganon yung grades sa math, o tumaas, because of the strategy, tell him, ask him, anak, my son, my child, my beloved son, my beloved daughter, can you do the same strategy to your social studies subject? O diba? Pag sinabi ng anak, yes dad, o they go. Mataas yung grade niya kasi strategy lang yan eh. Am I making sense to you? Are you following? Feel mo ba? Narinig mo? Now, if your child is not eating well, isipin mo rin, yung taste buds ng mga kids, ng mga bata, iba sa taste bud natin malalaki. Kahit lechon paksiw pa yan, kung anak mo is 7 years old, 6 years old, 8 years old, iba ang taste buds yan, iba panimpla niyan. Most of the kids, they love beef loaf, they have hot dogs, they like chicken. Yung masyadong masarsan ng mga pagkain, hindi masyadong in para sa mga kids yan eh. Are you following? Now, the other thing, if you really wanted your kids to eat well, or eat what you offer them, sabi natin, gulay. Now, you may wonder why they're not eating vegetables right now. You ask yourself, you're the father, you're the mom, or you're the yaya, the first yaya. Ask them, tinuruan mo ba silang kumain ng gulay from the very young age? Yung bata mo sila yun, 2 years old, or after 1 year, or tinuruan ba sila? If not, tanungin mo sarili mo, sino may mali? Siya ba? O ikaw? Because your child, as they grow, you have to orient their taste buds into liking some of the vegetables and the food that you wanted to offer them. The healthiest one. Are you following? So those are the confessions of that father who went to me, talking to me and telling me that I'm a priest, thinking that I'm a priest, and he confessed. And then finally, by the way, he asked me, finally, Father, before I go, can you tell me some more? And I said to the guy, remember this, when I ask you to point your finger here and down here to your belly button, always remember that points of view. The person, the father, the mother, the dad, the first yaya, the ate, the kuya, who sees all the view will become the winner of all. Ikaw ang palaging winner if you see the point of view of your child and you keep your point of view but you see the point of view of your child. Winner ka, winner din siya. Win-win solution yan, win-win strategy yan. Now, which one do you like? Panalo ka dahil dinisiplina, napilit mo siyang kumain. Panalo ka dahil napilit mo siyang mag-aral. Pero there's no love. When it comes to discipline, remember this. It's easy to discipline a child if the child feels the love first. Pag nauna, if love comes first, discipline will be easy. Are you following? Did you get that one? When love goes first, discipline will just be bonggang easy na lang yan. You get? Okay, are you taking down notes or not? Okay, let's go to the confession of who's that guy screaming. Do you remember I told you there are two fathers, right? So here we go to the second father. The second father is, ito yung confession ng second father. Ask me what? The confession of the second father is, pumunta sa akin sa office ko. I was the guidance counselor by university before. That time I was serving that university and this father came and sabi niya, "Sir, ikaw ba si Aldrin?" Sabi ko, "Yes." "Sir, mas gwapo pala kayo sa personal kaysa ano." Sabi ko, "Saan?" "Sa TV." "Hindi, sir. Nakita ko kasi yung picture niyo sa bulletin board sa guidance office sa College of Nursing. Mas gwapo pala kayo sa personal." And sabi ko, "Okay lang yan. Maliit na bagay." Sabi niya, "Sir, parang sabi ng anak ko, habang tumatanda daw kayo, lalo kayo nagiging gwapo." Sabi ko, "Grabe naman yung anak niyo, makapagsalita." Tapos the father touched my hand. Sabi na, "Sir, parang hindi kayo sanay sa mabigat na trabaho." Sabi ko, "Hindi naman." Touchy yung father, ha? And then while he's holding my hand, he cried. He sobs. He cried. Cried a river. And you know what he said to me? He told me, "Sir," sabi ko, "tawagin mo lang akong Kuya Aldrin or Kuya Neil." Sabi niya, "Kuya, di ko matanggap yung anak ko." "Bakit? Pati mo matanggap yung anak mo?" "Sir, actually hindi ko na papasukin yung anak ko sa school." Sabi ko, "Why? Why are you doing that to your child? To your son?" Sabi niya, "Sir, hindi ko matanggap yung ginawa ng anak ko eh." "What did your son do?" And he told me, "Sir, pinalayas ko na yung anak ko." "Why nga? Why did you do it to your son?" Sabi niya, "Sir, di ko matanggap yung anak ko." "Ano di mo matanggap sa anak mo?" "Sir, di ko matanggap na yung anak ko ay bakla." "What? Di mo siya matanggap dahil bakla siya?" "Sir, am I doing the right thing?" And here's what I said to him. "Bro, sir, kung di mo matanggap ang anak mo, sino pa kaya ang pwedeng tumanggap sa kanya?" And he cried. To all the fathers out there whose children are probably like the son of this guy, we may not like their sexual preference, but they are still our child. So you've got to show them that your love is stronger than the dictates of other people. Na dapat ang anak mo hindi ganyan, no? Your love must be stronger and tougher and it must remain. Why? Because anak mo siya. God has chosen you to be the father of the child. And you've got to express the same love. Yung pag-ibig ni Lord, if you can go back recalling how God loves us, Jesus loves us, it's unconditional, right? He was already on the cross. He can ask his father, "Father, can you send lightning to these people who are killing me?" But he did not do it. Why? Because of love. So I'm telling you today, if you have kids who are having this problem like this second father, express the same love. I mean, growing love, unconditional love. Let's call it stupid love. Love na talaga sabihin lang, "Praning na tatay yan. Baliw na tatay, ba't ganyan niya kamahal yung anak niya? Nagkamali na." That's how fathers and mothers, that's how parents should be. Our love for our children should be unconditional. Maybe me and my brothers were the luckiest kids in the whole universe probably. Why? Because our parents told us one day, and we were going to end now, oh anak, kung hindi nyo pa alam ang gusto nyo, find it. And while you're finding it, looking for it, just go, just fly. And remember this, every time you fall, we will be here as your parents as long as you're alive. And we have proven it time and time again that our parents were there to catch us, and they are actually more than a net. So that's the confession of two fathers. Congratulations for joining me today and for being so patient to go through the process of hearing and listening and watching the whole video. If you feel inspired by what you've seen today, you may share it to others. God bless you, and I hope you've learned something. Remember, our love must be unconditional. The confessions of the two fathers. Bye-bye.